Lovely. He's not in this group. Right, hello everyone. Welcome back to another stream here, where we've swindled another Geoguessr tournament for whatever reason. There we go. Right, perfect. There we go. Got everyone we need. Today we've switched it up. We're going for distance instead. Should make it better with the point system we've got in place. We're going to play 5 rounds per group, 1 minute timer, 3 guesses per person. Give them a chance. Right. Let me just ping them to say I'm starting. Callum, David. Callum has found out the in-game chat exists. Right, world map, here we go. So point system works, we've got 5 people in the group. Goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me open up the stream chat. So, first round here, we're immediately put into a bit of a forest coverage. As you can see, very low camera quality as well. That could just be me streaming this. I did have some slight issues last time actually. I don't know if you picked up too much on the stream. This isn't the... Just having a look at the type of polls. Obviously I'm not guessing, so the first round for them is completely free. It lets them acclimatise. Because unfortunately, I don't think there's a spectating feature. If there is, then I'm a complete idiot. But yeah, they'll all go through in this. But it's quite an easy enough round for them to get anywhere. I mean, they could guess anywhere. But yeah, we were in Portugal, not Portugal, Spain. Giving that away was the type of architecture. You could see... Oh fuck, I've... forgot to click spectate. Great casting from me so far. Brilliant, right. Now we're actually into the rounds properly. Perfect. So, here we have the sun in the north, which means we will be in the southern hemisphere. We've got single yellow outer lines and dash white stripes in the middle. If you're wondering why I'm not going to describe exactly, they'll say exactly the country, it's because I know some people are probably listening to the stream and trying to take any clues I give them for their own advantage, realistically. Hopefully they don't spam all their guesses too early, and remember not to use them in the first round because they should know I go out. John, however, has gone out there as it was Botswana. I could tell by the rope markings that it wasn't South Africa, which is one that people could have thought it to have been there, I think. I don't know where John was. John was in Chile. Wrong continent entirely. Here we have a cloudy day, to be fair. Plenty of graffiti. Farm. I don't think we're on a farm, lads, but yeah. A bit more of a tropical climate, and there was a big clue there. Which, obviously, if people can see that, they will know immediately what country we're in. But language as well, giving a massive clue. And in general, this sort of climate is what you want. John is cheating. He's out, so, you know, he's not doing it very well, is he? But yeah, easy flag on this one to look at. Very, very chicken. But yeah, 2 people getting the Philippines there, so they would have either guessed off the climate or found the flag. David goes out and gets himself 2 points on the board. Right, third one here. And again, more of a rural location. Obviously, with just being on the standard world map for this, we are going to get just sort of a lot of mixture of that. Red Google car is a massive giveaway if anyone was to know it, but I don't think they do. I'm not sure they will know it. But if anyone does know, and they've heard me say Red Google car, you should be able to get this one. The language as well, Cyrillic. Really easy to get. Red Google car only appearing in one of the country that speaks that language. Pretty easy enough to get. As Robert doesn't think he's going to get through, and Robert goes out. Good guess there from Callum, getting it right in the north of Ukraine, hedging Kiev. A pretty solid shout from him, and he's managed to get close and nearly got it. So fair enough to him. Very solid guess. Immediately, language is giving something, but also, if you take a look at the camera here, we've got Winnie the Pooh as well. I don't know what he's doing. What country is it that I said Winnie the Pooh is like banned in like a certain country because he's like seen as disgraced? I don't know, but yeah, that was Switzerland, and that means Callum takes the win in this one with a closer guess in Germany. Dino went Austria. I mean, Dino takes 4 points. Callum takes the first 5. Lovely. David has said there was a man having a piss on one of them. I didn't see that personally, but yeah. Into our second round. I would recommend, if you can hear me, I'm just going to type this. Don't use multiple guesses. Round 1. I have to get eliminated, so just guess once. I'll let them know to do that. A very nice round 1 here, actually. Premium chicken. Super bang. Bang bang. Anyways, circles in the language. Nice and simple here. It's a very distinctive language. South Korea, South Korea has. And yeah, I mean, I think people. Let's see if anyone gets it off their one guess. Robert's used all 3 anyways. He's just all farming. No one got South Korea. Japan guessed from Robert and David, to be fair. Right, into the first actual round, we have English language and some pretty obvious signs here of what country this is. We are driving on the left side of the road, which should be a major clue with the English language as well. And also, if we are to take a look for the sun, those 3 pieces of information together will severely help. Also, not seeing any multiple dialect signs eliminates one other potential possibility, meaning, I mean, I guess for most people this is a 50-50. Let's see who goes where, and only David went Australia. That surprises me because that was a fairly obvious Australia round. You don't drive on the right side of the road. Callum, who won last round, actually goes out from that. Here, immediately after the spawn, we have Cyrillic language. We have a poll distinct to multiple regions. Black Google car. Now these would all be useful for region guessing, but in terms of identify, I mean, you can. It's I don't think anyone's going to be region guessing. We are just having fun. At the end of the day, we're an F1 league and we're not pro Geoguessr players. But that's fine. .2 of a kilometre, that'll be. Dino's used all of his guesses, so has Robert, but he's in at the moment. David drops to last. He's got 2 guesses though. He can get himself closer here. First guess doesn't manage to do so. And unfortunately will drop out. That was indeed Russia. David taking a back-to-back 2 points. He's going to need a big game later on. John this time will be looking also to improve on his first round. As this is a much more difficult round. But in these types of rounds I would expect them to try things such as just look at the sun. Immediately you can get which hemisphere you're in. You can at least start to build up a catalogue of information here, and after all the guesses, Robert is knocked out. We were just inside Switzerland. I didn't actually notice the low cam myself there, to be fair. How many guesses do you have to use per round? You have 3 guesses per round to use. That is the standard settings here in distance. So you've got 3 guesses to use, and it's just about getting as close as you physically can. And this round is going to go in favour of John, who will take the win. And we have a close group here on our hands. If I show you the standings so far, here we are. So this is the group coming up later. I will filter this obviously once it's done. 6 points for Callum, Robert and John. David on 4. Dino with a good run so far, to be fair to him. Taking home 2 second places. It's not about always winning. Sometimes you just want to be consistent in the group phase, and then when you're in the finals, that's when you want to be taking home the wins. Anyways, this would have been a nice round for people to have to try and get. We have the bars on the side of the car. We have tropical climate. We're looking. Are we looking? It's Dominican Republic or Guatemala. I'm unsure myself. I'm not perfect on knowledge, but I prefer to cast than playing these. Just for fun, that people can watch it back. It's nice to have just random little events here and there for people. So yeah. People just need to guess, otherwise I'm somehow going to see multiple knockouts. Callum just needs to guess anything, or he's going to be out with me. Okay, he's not. Will anyone get it? Here's the question. It was Dominican Republic. Yeah. David was in Cameroon. I mean, I did tell them just guess once and guess anywhere. It is the safest thing for them to do. As I'm being pinged for whatever reason. Right, into the actual rounds after I've just checked my Discord. For a moment. And we're in the fields immediately. You want to try and find, or these guys will be looking for any sort of clues they can get out of this round. However, of the type of houses you're seeing, these low houses, if you're looking, it's a very flat place. There isn't a hill in sight anywhere. Which is interesting, to say the least. I wonder if people will use that in their logic with guessing, because there's quite a few countries within the Northern Hemisphere in Europe with lower sea level. One of those being Denmark. David with a brilliant guess. Right on the money there. John out immediately. John's gone last, first, last so far. That's interesting. Very consistent from him. Here, we'll be looking... Hold up, let me see. Is there the really obvious clue, if they know it? Let me go next to this car, please. Yeah, so we have a red stripe on the number plates. You have bars on the side of the car, which immediately gives you which country this is. I will hold off on saying it. So there's a few seconds left, so no one can try and snipe a guess if they are listening. But yeah, red stripe on the car, and these bars, the type of car in general, red stripe on the number plate of the car, sorry. Yeah, that immediately gives you your answer here. Robert's only got one guess left, and I can tell you that we're in Kyrgyzstan, which no one got. Afghanistan from Callum was actually the closest guess. Robert gets 2 points here. And everyone's going to at least be on to 7 now. Whoa, this is black car. Awful road quality. But it is paved, I guess. And then we have a snow when you go down. This is a very strange round. What is this? Is this like... This might be Chile or something, I reckon. I'm not sure. I reckon Chile. Maybe Argentina? Somewhere in the south of those countries. But I have not got a clue. It could even be... Yeah, it could definitely be Australia. But looking at the road signs, I would lean more towards that. But snow like this is very uncommon. I was correct originally with my South Argentina. Yeah, really hard round there, to be fair. Not something that strikes you immediately. For these guys, they wouldn't have had any sort of clue. But it is David versus Callum for who's going to take this round. And this group is going to be very close. Well, this one's nice and easy for them. They've both got 3 guesses. I reckon this is going to be a case that they're going to both get the country and both going to have to be trying to nail it on the specific place within the country. Let's have a look at science, what we got. I mean, we are in the middle of nowhere. I'm not going to know the place names. That would be yeah, a bit silly of me to think I would be able to get that. 2 guesses left for both of them. Callum is closer currently. David has fired another guess in, doesn't get closer. He's got 1 chance to steal it, and he's not able to. David was in the UK. Yeah, it was Poland. I felt like it was quite an obvious Poland round. And Callum's also gone last, or first, while John's gone. They're just rotating who wins and who doesn't. Right, we have 2 more rounds of this group. Here we go. 2 more matches, and we will move on to group 2, and then we'll have the finals. First round here again. They obviously get this one for free. Interested to see. It's a good round for them to... It's good for them to get practice in, at least, for 1 round. I wonder if any of them are going to use multiple guesses. I would assume not. I hope not. I did tell them not to. Let's look into the sky. Some nice cattle. Robert's used all his guesses again. I don't understand. Built different on the gameplay. Everyone in South America, they all got the continent. It was Uruguay there. Yeah, alright. Anyways, immediately, license plate, we're in Europe, is what you're looking at. I'm just gonna go a bit more thingy on the comms of it. I don't think anyone's listening. I know Robert clicked on when he got knocked out, but you can eliminate a lot of the countries. Is that double-sided blue? No. Yeah, it might be, actually. Double-sided blue on the plates, I think. Unless I'm just being blind. No, I'm being blind. I think, yeah, I'm being completely blind. Anyways, I mean, this one's easy. It is French speaking. Shout out Gail Clichy on that side. And it is Robert who's gone out. Everyone at least guessed somewhere that they speak French, I think. Just about. But Robert really under pressure here. He's currently on 9 points and will guaranteed be at least joint last heading into the final games here. France an unfortunate one to get, to be fair, because a lot of people are obviously going to get it. It's quite an obvious language to be able to pick up on, meaning that unfortunately rounds like that are just going to be rounds where you've got to hope you've guessed in the right place within the country. Here we have .ca, which gives it away for where we are. You can also tell it is the northern hemisphere when you are looking at the sun, and also you can just see it's a North American vibe in general. Can John jump himself in? He's got 2 guesses to do so. He does take David down and out. Callum and John have finally stopped their streak. And it's unfortunate for David, because David actually got the right country, but sadly, everyone else had guessed sort of New York to Ohio sort of range in America, so they were closer, which is a shame for David there. Let's see if people picked up on these bars from the previous round on the side of the car, although we have seen them in multiple different instances so far. Hoy, David Hoy. I found David on this round. That's about all I can say about that, really. Callum currently in the hot seat. Dino and John have got to get guessing. John jumps up. Dino has got another guess though. Can he save himself? He can temporarily, but will be knocked out as Callum gets closer with Costa Rica. Again, another Dominican Republic round with the bars on the side of the car. Dino continues his consistent run, which might honestly have him through already, unless the final round is to go severely against him. Here we're in the southern hemisphere immediately, you can see, which means hopefully everyone is guessing there in this final. John versus Callum. I'm interested to see. Callum goes to first for now. John has not made a guess yet. Teammate finale. Oh, teammate finale. Callum and John. Huh? I don't remember them being teammates. Both in Botswana though, and it was Johnny was closer. John takes his second win. Callum takes home 4 points, which means heading into the final round. Currently at threat is David and Robert. Robert's going to need a bit of a miracle here to make it into the finals. With, yeah, John, Dino and Callum. Dino and Callum look pretty safe, I'll be perfectly honest. Here we go then. So, first round here, I think this is just straight Singapore, right? Yeah, this is Singapore. I'm obviously going to go out in this round. As per usual, I should actually check if there's a spectate. I'll do that between creating the two groups. I don't know if there is on Battle Royale, sadly. I checked last time and I don't think there was. But they all get a free round. The faster way to do this would be for them all to guess and me to just use all mine in a really stupid place. But you can't like spam the guesses, sadly, so there's no point me doing it now. Did anyone get Singapore? The answer is yes, 2 of them did. David and Callum. Shout out you if you're listening along. I will potentially stop the clues again then. Oh well, not the clues, but the literally saying the answer on every round. That isn't ideal. I've got Cal. That is not an important clue. And a very mountainous sort of region here, which should allow people to make a pretty educated guess on where this could be, alongside the language, which also gives you certain things you can combine together and quite easily put forward a pretty logical guess. David here needs to get himself through. That guess might not be good enough. John's got another chance. John doesn't make it though. And that's put John under pressure. John taps out on 13 points in the group. I don't know, he was in America. David gets through with a Finland guess. That's when it was Switzerland with the low cam again and the French language. John definitely not safe with that. He would require David to go out in this round. Here, the poles, these sort of right-angled, triangular shape poles. We have seen them in a previous round, however, this is not the same place as we've seen them previously. We last saw them in Russia. This is not a Cyrillic speaking country, therefore it's not Russia. Let's see if anyone can remember from the last stream where we did have this country and I did give the information on where these poles can be found. And shout out to Villius if he's anywhere. David is out though, which means David is confirmed eliminated in the groups. Robert has a chance. If he goes out here, he's out. This one is a lovely round. I wonder if I wonder if I can figure out where this is, like, bang on. .be the Moscow City Ballet. I really like this round. It's very deceiving a little bit. So, I mean, there's also really obvious clues, but yeah. Robert and Dino currently top 2. Robert exactly where he needs to be. Dino at threat, but Dino, regardless, is through. And it is Dino that goes out, but we'll tap out on 17 points, which is a lot. Well done to Dino for that. It looked, when you load in, it looked like kind of a British street. So, British street. This one's got a great clue immediately. This looks like the most bog standard this place ever. If someone was to describe it to you in a way, like in terms of not in a city, but like you would think something like this. I feel it's a stereotypical. For if Robert wins this, it means we don't have a tiebreaker. However, if Robert does win, I mean, if Robert doesn't win, then we have a tiebreaker between him and John. Callum's just got to send the guess and hope to try and force that tiebreaker. Robert should probably use his guesses to try and get as close as he can if he can figure out closer, which he can't. And it's a great guess from Robert. He must have seen something saying Salt Lake City, and that will save Robert right at the depth and send him through into the finals. That's a great recovery there to get himself through. As I need to change the colours on the spreadsheet just so everyone can see. John and David, unfortunately, will be out, with Callum, Dino and Robert, who will play in the finals. Right, let's disband this party and let's move on to another one. Party, join the code, not that one, create the party myself, you div, 7 people in this, lovely, 1 minute timer, hold up, I need to change the game mode first, to Battle Royale distance, on the world map, 1 minute timer, 3 guesses, lovely. So we have Mitch, we have Bakalik, we have Charlie Gordon, we have Matthew Bailey, we have Connor McCabe and Connor Ahern in this group. Bakalik said he's ready to geo lose. Okay. There we go. Matt's in, just missing Mitch and the 2 Connors. And once those guys are in, we will begin. What the code? Right, Connor's joining, and then I don't know which Connor that is. Oh, we got both of them. Ideal. Nice. Lovely. Hold up. Don't. One guess first round. Right, lovely. Back in with a new 6 immediately. Off the start, we can see we are in the UK, I believe. Am I chatting rubbish? No, we're not in the UK. I'm chatting absolute rubbish. Oh no, we're in Ireland, sorry. Lol. I wouldn't have done good this round. This is transport for Ireland thing right there. Whoops. I'm hoping they use their guesses, otherwise they're gonna go out immediately. Just, I did say remember to use one guess, not 0. Why is no one guessing? Right, there we go. Just Charlie Gordon left to guess. Lovely. The 3 of them got Ireland. The actual closest guess was in Northern Ireland. Oh, that's quite funny. Remember, so for this group, we do have one extra person, meaning points go 6-1, and the top 4 make it into the final. Meaning one extra person from this group makes it to the final, but still 2 are eliminated. Here we're in the Middle East, as you can see, and we have the flag there that people can use of Jordan. Flag of Jordan, Middle Eastern language. You'd be pretty safe to guess there, but that's the thing that they'll have to figure out. I don't know if they're going to know the Jordan flag, to be perfectly honest. I don't think it is that. It's not like the most common flag in the world that people are going to recognise, so we shall see. Everyone leave it late here on the guessing. Not wanting to use too many of their guesses early on, because it is better to save them for the later rounds. Just Charlie Gordon left to guess, and it's currently Conor McCabe at the bottom, and Conor McCabe will be out. Good guesses from everyone there. They did get it right with the language. Fair enough to them. First round, and pretty good start overall from the group. Does that potentially suggest that this is a stronger group? We don't have last time's winner in Finn Kitteridge this time. However, if I do take a look at the previous standings, Robert finished second, he was in Group 1. Callum Morris, also Group 1, finished third. John, who was also Group 1, made it to the finals, and Charlie Gordon, Bakalik and Mitch, who are in this group, made it to the finals last time. So I'll be interested to see if those guys make it again into the finals. Once again, it will be a 7-player finals. We've managed to have 11 players both times, which means we've had to split into 2 groups. We were originally at 8 today. As it looks like it's going to be Mitch out here, taking home 2 points. Close between Mitch and Connor, who were in the complete wrong continent. I didn't even say anything about that round. I was too busy waffling about what happened last time. My bad. Here we're on just a mud path essentially. Awful. quality of road for you to have to drive on. It could be quite fun, to be fair. Got a bar on the back of the Google car, if that is a clue. Then I don't know. I remember the road from Raleigh, Kenya. If it is Kenya, then fair enough, because my brain hasn't immediately gone to that, although I can certainly see it being right. It is Uganda. I mean, Kenya would have been a great guess, to be fair. It would have got you definitely through. Connor in Ukraine is an interesting one. We've got a single yellow stripe down the middle, white lines either side. However, the road lines have transitioned from white to yellow. That's interesting. I got a bike here being driven, and we are in the northern hemisphere this time around. Bike was driving on the left side. I believe I would go a Southeast Asia guess here, potentially. Yeah, it is Thailand. That one was certainly an interesting Thailand round. The road markings weren't particularly useful. However, the moped and the left-hand side driving gave that sort of thing. This is a much nicer round. We even have a tag for a city there, I believe. So they can really narrow this one down. Locam. No, I might be chatting absolute rubbish. Apologies, I believe I'm chatting absolute rubbish. I might have been completely onto the right tracks, but when you for the sort of level I play this game at, I doubt myself a lot, or very often. This is not a low cam, and this is not a, and that was not a city tag, I don't believe. Yeah, this is, I was completely wrong. I was right to doubt myself. It is indeed Germany. My brain initially went Switzerland there, which was interesting. And we do have our first winner in Matthew Bailey. Bakalik takes second. And we will have 4 more games in this group. Just waiting for Connor to come back, and we shall go straight in for the second game. Connor will be looking to improve after that first time out. Once again, they all have to eliminate me. I've just realised that if we did do that thing to try and eliminate me, and then I guess and somehow beat one of them, then that would be really awkward. So it's probably best that I don't activate the other idea I had. Fiat 500 on the side of this building. Got a Fiat garage. Alfa Romeo as well. Interesting. We are in Maldo, I would say that's probably pronounced. Plenty of car garages along here. Toyota as well. Christian Paquet. That was awful. Anyways, we were in Belgium. Right. This is where the second round officially starts. now I'm out. This is actually going to take longer than last time. I think maybe the format might need slight adjustments for distance in the future. We are immediately in a Arabic sort of dialect, although this is throwing me off. Yellow plate, I think this is, I want to say this is, I think yellow plate's Israel here. No. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. There is also Hebrew, which suggests to me, I believe we are probably there. But I cannot be certain. Connor currently in the elimination spot. He does have a chance to get himself out of it though, with a few seconds to go. He's going to have one last guess. But it will be Connor out. And again, everyone very good on these Middle East rounds. 2 countries in the Middle East, I feel, place, yeah. Iraq, guess, is interesting. We're on a boat. Hello. Well, this is fun. Where the hell are we? What is this? The Guernsey. I don't think it's Guernsey, but if it is, fair enough. I don't know about this boat. Because obviously most games happen or don't happen. Well, on the world map. I didn't even know that. I would assume. But yeah, world map isn't often seen. You don't really get stuff like this. It was not Guernsey. It was actually Madagascar. Interesting. That was a brutal round. Like, that is crazy. Normally Madagascar you'll see trekker coverage. That was, I guess technically, yeah, it is. But it's on a boat and they're just off the coast of Madagascar. Maybe they were on a rescue mission for the penguins. I'm not sure. But yeah. Blue mark on the license plate. We are in the EU. Why is it not working? It doesn't feel. This is a warmer climate for sure. Interesting gate on the front of this household. Mixed feelings about this one. Very high hills, slow topped hills. Maybe look. Would it be a Bulgaria ever? No. Turkey. Interesting Turkey round, to be fair. I wouldn't have thought that from what I was looking at, to be honest. We've got a Burger King immediately on this one. And we also have Cyrillic. Lovely bit of Cyrillic on this board. Do we have a domain? That would be nice for people. We do. Right, so we are in Russia, which, I mean, well, pretty obvious. This is just a pretty much eyeball at whatever city you fancy. It's not like a I wouldn't say it's one of the major ones. St. Petersburg. I don't think this is like dense enough with high rise for it to be St. Peter. I don't know. I'd have maybe gone more like a Kazan, a Perm, a Ufa, Chelyabinsk. Could be a St. Peter's though. Hey, Chelyabinsk, there we go. One of the ones I said. Makalik going out there. People not wanting to get too far into Russia, kind of just formed a straight line. But 2 good rounds from Bakalik should see him in a decent spot. Anyway, Matthew Bailey looking like the person to beat here. And to be fair, it's been the same top 3. Bakalik, Charlie Gordon and Matthew Bailey looking very solid with a dirt road here. A very interesting soil colour. Got some more cattle. We've got a white Google car, which eliminates the last place where we saw sort of a similar look to this, which was in Uruguay. But this soil colour, the white Google car, never going to be Uruguay. I would say it's left-hand drive, maybe. I don't think it's. Is it South America? I don't think it's South America. Yeah, it is left-hand drive. It's South Africa. That was a interesting South Africa one. But yeah, Charlie Gordon taking home the 6 points there. Matthew Bailey on 5 leads the way. And the top 3 running away. It seems like we're going to have a 3-way fight between Mitch and the 2 Connors for the final spot here. So let's see how that goes as we head into game 3 of 5 before we have the finals. Immediately, we're looking at Greenland, I would assume here. Is it Greenland, Iceland? Could be either of them really. Could even be Norway. It's a Nordic thing. But the way it looks immediately made me think Greenland. It's kind of how the settlements look. Is it just Nuke? Faroe Islands it could be, but I feel like the infrastructure in the Faroe Islands normally isn't exactly like this. The layout is kind of similar to what you would see in a town there, but I wanna say it is Greenland. Obviously this round doesn't matter. Because I've got to go out. Was it Greenland? Yeah, it was Greenland. It wasn't Nuke though. It was... What a place. Umanak. Interesting place. Didn't even know Greenland was in the game. Yeah, there is fair bit of Greenland coverage. You got coverage mostly around Nuke, and it's all of the, well, with Greenland, all of the only habitable sort of areas for them are around the coast. So that's where you will see pretty much, if it is Greenland, anything sort of like that. EU plate. I don't think it is, so no. I'll get my details mixed up here. Oh, .rs, that is shout out Marko Dordovic. We are in Serbia with this round. It's going to be Charlie Gordon out first. Everyone's sort of all around it. Marko might have got that spot on, to be honest. That is, ironically, where he's originally from, in Serbia. So funny enough for me to say shout out Marko Dordovic, and it literally is Subotica. Here, immediately, we've got a domain name and the Cyrillic language. We are in Russia. People will get that straight away. It's just, where are we in Russia? Last time, it was Chelyabinsk. This is going to be a much more out there round that people are going to have to try and get. They're not going to be able to just pinpoint a place this time. Region-wise, I wouldn't lean this close to the... I don't think I'd lean it that close to the European part. Maybe though. If it is, it's more... It would be closer because it's more of a southern spot, potentially. Yeah. It actually was. It was near Tula, and we were in... I'm just not going to bother. I'm not going to bother. Kamchatka, no. It wouldn't have been that far out. Bakalik out there. So, all of a sudden, we're seeing a flip in this group. The guys who have been dominating it so far going like, this movement is awful. We have the bars on the side. God, this... Why can I only move like this? Horrendous around this for an EU location. It's giving off Nordic vibes. This is a strange one. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Faroe Islands on this one, actually. You mentioned it earlier as an option. Maybe even like an island like Visbios. It'd be in some sort of like Norway island. It's not really Svalbard, I don't think. That's way too north. Yeah, it is Faroe Islands, yeah. Interesting movement there. It seemed like to just be pretty locked. But yeah, the Faroe Islands. So ironic for us to get both of those in one round after you mentioned it there, Robert. Got a nice little castle, or tower, there, and there was quite an obvious clue I just skipped right past. I think that is a region. But this place changes heavily when you just move there. I would like to get onto the road ideally, but it seems like I'm not allowed down there. We're on a sort of walking across a park. Anyways, into this round, things people are going to be immediately picking up on is the language, and they're going to be using that to launch out some early vibe guesses. .cr. I was going to say it's not a typical location. Google car is not what you would normally see, and we are in Costa Rica, obviously, with that .cr. And that was Conor McCabe going out, taking a 4-pointer. Mitch versus Matthew Bailey here. Matthew Bailey, top 2. He's been in the final of it every single time. Great consistency from him. And we have a flag off rip. Can anyone get it off that flag? I won't say it in case either of them are listening along. But they will see that. Yes, Robert, you are correct. Panama. I might as well say it now. You said it in the chat anyway. Yeah, we are in Panama. One of the newer countries added to this game. I believe coverage was added in I believe 2024 for Panama. Might have been last year or earlier last year. I'm not particularly sure. It's not been in too long though. However, a nice easy clue for them to get this one with a flag offer it. Mitch ahead currently has 2 guesses as well. He can use another one to just try and get a bit closer if he wants, but Matthew Bailey's not going to do it. They've both gone Panama City. Mitch closer and takes the win. Now, Mitch's comment last time was he prefers it when it's third world countries or just the middle of nowhere. And a lot of those rounds were more out there, and he's done very well. He doesn't like the obvious sort of places. As we have a 3-way tie for second place between Mitch, Charlie Gordon and Daniel Bakalik, all on 11 points, heading into game number 4 here. 2 games left. Conor Ahern and Conor McCabe both on 7. Have a bit of catching up to do, and Matthew Bailey is probably already through on 16 here. He just needs to score, I think, 3 points this round, and he's guaranteed through. No, 2 points even. He just needs to not go out first. Which, obviously, we have to get through the little practice round they get. So, yeah, interesting with this format. I think potentially with distance in future, if we are to run another one of these, I would maybe knock it down to a slightly smaller group stage. Potentially even knock a bit off the timer, maybe. Put people under a bit more pressure. We'd like to up the ante each time, maybe, is what we're going to do with these tournaments. Anyways, a fantastic work from those two to get Lithuania there. Just guessing Chad for the fun of it. I do tell them in that first round, just guess wherever you want. Anyways, this is just down the road from me currently. It looks like it could be, honestly. Kelly Communications working on behalf of OpenReach. Honestly, well, yeah, this is a really simple UK round. Oh my god, this is actually... Wait. Well, I said this looks like... I have a feeling this is close to me. Like, this is... I think this is, like, not that far. I think it's within about, like, a 15-20 minute drive, I want to say. Like, there's a lot of places, like, around me that look like this. Hydrotherapy. No, it wasn't. There's a place with a very similar name. And it does kind of look... It's not actually miles away from where I am. Charlie Gordon goes out there, though. 2 back rounds in a row for him. They all weirdly guessed around me. I reckon... Now, I know some of them are in VC with this, so, you know, a little... They're not directly cheating, but I reckon Mitch might have said something along the same lines, because you would react like that. Like, that felt very close to home, weirdly. The name Blakemore, I think the place near us is called Blake Knoll. Very similar. It just felt really similar to, like, near me. It wasn't, though. About an hour and a half away in the end. Oh, police car looks nice. Funky one. A larder. Oh. Proper what you would expect for this place. Which, of course, is Kazakhstan. Because of the slight differences you could see. Nobody said anything. I just went there because a van said Stoke. Oh, you got done by a van just being completely in the wrong place. That's sad. I mean, to be fair, like... I assume, because a lot of companies in the UK, what they'll do is they'll have multiple like locations across the UK. So they'll sort of have the places they're in listed on the back of a van sometimes, or other places they're in. Portugal, I assume, no. If you look at the language here, you can see that this is not Portuguese. This is, I believe, Italian. So should be sound enough for them to get. Enjoy any. Oh, we got the city there as well. For anyone that didn't see, we are in Milan. And that is... Why is Matthew Bailey in Panama? I don't know. I don't think it matters. He's through now, guaranteed. I guess, Charlie, that is Italian indeed. We have a black Google car here. And we are out in the middle of nowhere. Black Google car, though. My immediate brain goes to... Do we reckon... I assume Southern Hemisphere, right? Yeah, Southern Hemisphere. I'm thinking Argentina, Uruguay on this one. It's not Mongolia because the car isn't correct for what Mongolia would be. It's also in the Southern Hemisphere, whereas Mongolia is in the north. I would go an Argentina guess here, I reckon. I think... I don't know if there's this level of elevation really in Uruguay that you would see that often. So I would hedge... probably Argentina as my personal guess. We've got just lovely. Not 100% sure though. It was Argentina. That is Connor, who goes out with 4 points. Has brought himself a bit closer to Charlie Gordon, meaning those two are sort of going to be on the end. This is Japan, low camera immediately off the bat. And the language. Bakalik versus Mitch. Who's going to take home the 6 pointers? Mitch could go back to back here on the wins and really put himself in a good spot. Either way, I think he's comfortably through here. Am I going to be out? There's one more game. Connor Ahern is on 9. Connor McCabe 11. You're on 12. So you're 1 point ahead of the elimination zone heading into the final game. How do you know the hemisphere? So if you look at the sun here is in the south, which means you're in the northern hemisphere. It's always the opposite is what you want to look for. Some different things, such as if it's directly west or directly east, you're not going to be able to quite tell it. Off of that, sometimes the sun can be there, which won't allow you to get it. Mitch takes the 6 points here, though. And I would say him and Bakalik are probably both pretty sound. One game to go, and I'm not going to filter the points yet, but here are the points. Matt's doing very well, 19. Mitch as well, 2 wins in a row. He's on 17 points. Daniel Bakalik on 16, and then the fight at the bottom with 2 of them not making it and 1 that will make it is Charlie Gordon, Connor McCabe, and Connor Ahern. Will we see? We will see. We will see who is going to make it through here into the finals. But yeah, Bakalik, Matt, and Mitch can breathe easy into this final game. They are almost unable to be knocked out, I think. The worst case scenario for them is a tie is forced. Yeah. Just gonna have a drink while we're in this free round. Anyways, for you guys in the chat, let me know. I assume this distance. How do you prefer the? Do you prefer the distance format or do you prefer the countries? I think this is better with the point system we have. It might take longer, and I think we might need to drop it to a shorter format. However, I do think this is definitely a step in the right direction. We're going for distance with how we run the points, rather than having to divide points between everyone each time. What is this? Like, a horrible round. Absolutely horrible. Distance better because it eliminates 1 per round. Yeah, works with the points. This is awful. Like, this is just luck of the draw. Like, I don't know, based on the foliage, where do you think we are? Trying to find Bigfoot. Yeah, on this track. Yeah, it feels like we are. What a strange round. I mean, the world can throw up some interesting things. This is horrible. Oh, hello. Oh, that guy then, what the hell? Oh, that was really weird. Mitch goes out. We were in Uganda. What the hell was that? That's the woods near me, but you're in Uganda. He's just got. That was alright, jump. Let's get right at the end. The guy looking into the camera. Is this a horror game? I don't know. Oh, what is that? Oh, that might be YouTube short worthy. Uganda's in Ipswich now. First Geoguessr short. What is that? Oh. How did they get the can in there? I don't know. Oh, anyways. Mitch on 18 physically cannot be eliminated. Crashed. I still think I prefer. I think I still prefer country. Every round I found the country, then just guessed it in directions. Okay. We are in. Were we in Poland? Yeah, we were in Poland. Questioning myself there. Connor Ahern, 2 points. Unfortunately, will be the end of the road for him today, and will guarantee to take last place in the group. Do you reckon maybe less guesses would be better on this format? Because it kind of then puts pressure on your guess, or guesses more, rather than, you know, you having a fallback point constantly. If you just mess up your first guess and the second one you can use your country, third one, definitely less guesses. As this one, we have a .ie. We also have an M&S there. A Costa. What else we got? What other shops we got? This little retail bit. Argos, they're normally found in a Sainsbury's these days, but yeah. Check your vision. Go on, can I read it? EFPTOZLPDPCFD. I should have just gone for the harder ones. Forces people to look properly before throwing it in, yeah. Bakalik goes out there and has guaranteed himself through. Big pressure for Charlie Gordon and Conor McCabe, who are both still in the top 3. Charlie Gordon, if he is to go out, Conor would have to. If Charlie Gordon goes out before Conor, it forces at least a little playoff match between the two. I like throwing it in. Sense of direction. Could do one guess finale. I'm anti everything you guys say, damn. I think if we go to a tiebreaker, I reckon we just go on a. Please let me know if the stream is still live. I've just had a. I mean, you probably saw it. OBS connection unsuccessful. So that is Matthew Bailey going out. Which means it is Conor versus Charlie. If Charlie wins, Charlie goes through. If Conor wins, we go to a tiebreaker match between the two of them. And this is certainly a round for them to have to do it on. We're in some sort of historical landmark site here. Certainly could be some clues in here. So it's good. The back to share the Memorial of Moses on Mount Nebo. Just having a read here. Archaeological Park is what it is. Okay. Mount Nebo. One guess left for Conor. Can he get himself through? Unfortunately not, and it will be Charlie Gordon progressing after a close run in at the end there. Are you able to make the guess time less? Yes, I am. I am indeed able to do that. And we will have Matthew Bailey, Daniel Bakalik, Mitch and Charlie Gordon coming through to the finals, where I will now make the final party. Charlie locked in. You both locked in, to be fair. You both had a really good run in. Right. 5 games to decide it. And there will be 7 participants in the finals. Actually, I think max party size of 8. 1 minute, and we'll keep it on. We'll keep it on the same settings, run through for today, and then in future weeks we will refine the format. That's the goal here. We just want to get down to a format everyone can be happy with, as everyone who's in the finals sort of knows they're meant to be here, right? Dino, Charlie Gordon, Robert's in, Matthew Bailey's in, Callum Morris is in, Mitch is in, which means we just need at Bakalik. Get your predictions in. Who do you reckon is going to win in the finals here? As we have our 7 participants ready to go. Here we go. Five matches to decide it all. Bit of a longer one. Definitely, certainly a longer one today. But yeah, point system for the finals. We're just leveling it up once more. Obviously, we had a group of 5, group of 6. Top 3 out the first group, top 4 out of that second group. We have 7 in the finals, 7 to 1 points format. And, well, last time we did a 4th place tiebreaker randomly. And obviously, if we need to, tiebreaker at the end for the win. I have to go at first in every round, so hopefully they remember to all use just the one guess. Anyways. I'll be interested to see how these finals are going to go. Group 2 seemed a lot more playing up again. I will hope that it just functions. No one got Denmark there, though. I'm not sure what my OBS is doing, by the way. I'm interested to see. Let me know, is it pausing the stream? Or is my OBS just telling me that it's disconnected despite the fact that it's literally there the whole time? Just let me know if it's pausing the stream or not. Because it's very frustrating what it's doing. For whatever reason it's doing it. Southern Hemisphere here. In the first round of the finals, first place as well. Yeah, just update me on if my OBS is like closing off at all, or if the stream's like sort of closing off at any point and then like reconnecting itself. Hello. Look at these fellas. Don't run away. He's not running away. Too distracted. Charlie Gordon goes out first round here. Too busy looking at the wildlife. I guess in Angola, Zambia even. Interesting one. Zambia obviously not in Geoguessr. What is this? Look at this. We're tripping. Fresh Geoguessr trip. Love that. Santa Cruz de la Sierra. Chicken Shanghai. We've got a knockoff football shop as well. They've got Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayer Leverkusen, Germany. I want to say Al Nassr, Man City, Argentina, and AC Milan. And it is Matthew Bailey out. Don't know. OBS needs to shut up. Shush, OBS. Stop being annoying, will you? Please. Southern Hemisphere again. These poles here. And we are on the left. Oh, I believe we're left-hand driving. The poles on this one are interesting. Yeah, we are left-hand driving. Just confirming what I already knew. That one being Botswana with those poles. South Africa's, based on the vibes of it, isn't a bad guess though. Callum Morris going out there. So I'm performing temporary surgery in these rounds on my OBS. Just stand by if the full commentary coverage will be back. Anyways, Northern Hemisphere. You could have guessed that based on the fact that this place just gives off European vibes anyways. But going into more details language-wise here. Got access on language Eve. And the types of signs are seen here, and a .pl there, all but confirms it is the place we have seen multiple times today. We had a stock as well. There you go. There's a city. So if someone's trying to get it accurate to the region, they might be able to get it bang on. Very good guess from Robert, who was hedging near Bialystok there. Fair enough to him. Lovely little river and lake here. And immediately the language will be throwing people straight over into the Southeast Asian region. I would hope with their guesses. Not fully over there, but it would be a good place for them to start. It was Sri Lanka. Someone got that bang on, I think, nearly. Did they? Am I just chatting rubbish? Oh, did two of them? No, two of them went Bangkok, sorry. Dino out there, but a good round third place for him. Here, immediately, we have .si off the rip. Which gives you the fact that it is Slovenia that we are in. That is the code. You can also tell off of the language. We've just got a Lidl. Let's go find the Lidl. Let's play a game of Find the Lidl. Then we're going to do a quick Lidl review if we find it in time. Hello, Robert. Where's the Lidl? Have I been scammed? There is no Lidl. Oh, wait, is this? No. Where's the Lidl? Am I blind? Right, Lidl don't exist. I'm fuming. Whatever, man. Oh, I found Lidl. Oh, wait, no, that's just a sign. Oh, it also tells us the city where we heard Ljubljana. They both guessed there, but it is Robert closer, and Robert takes the first victory of the finals. Right, second game, let's go. Just looked it up, and apparently Street View drivers get paid 30 grand. What, 30k a year? If so, where do I sign up? I'd absolutely love to do this. What a great job. I don't care about massive pay, just get to explore places. Capture random funny stuff. Don't you just drive about the gaff all the time? Especially for... I mean, I guess it's sort of then, how often will your coverage get used? Because obviously they don't update coverage everywhere massively often, so I don't know. Anyways, into the first proper round. Shout out all these people, apparently. Dindo Pan. I assume these are people who work for it. Mitch! We've found Mitch. What's he doing out here? Mitch again? I don't think that's Mitch, but you never know. Got a staircase. Got completely distracted by Mitch in this one. Anyways, I do believe we are in. I just completely just blanked. I was meant to say we're in the Philippines. But yeah, my brain just completely switched off. Long day. Matthew Bailey out early again. Not a good start to the finals for him. Right, lock in. Rain switched on. Here, second round of this game. And oh, I want to go down there. Ruining my fun. Anyways, we're in a pretty much in the middle of nowhere. What are these road markings? Oh, a little thing that people wrote on the road. Not particularly useful. Got a bunch of plants and a bike. Some guy might be in there, just foraging around. Maybe he needs it for his business or something. I don't know. These license plates, the back of those cars are certainly interesting. I'd guess Southeast Asia somewhere, yeah. Where was it? Malaysia. Interesting. I didn't get that myself immediately off of anything. Bit of a random one. Once again, middle of nowhere. Seems to be the theme of these finals. I feel like Group 1 didn't have the best location. Group 2 was great. There were some really funny locations in that one. We do have German language here if people do head down this way. Manage to spot that. They will be at a large advantage over everyone else initially. But as we come out of the forest this way, Robert saying GG. He's confident in his guess. Although he's or maybe saying GG because he thinks he might be out. It's Austria, however. Here, Mitch is gonna have to try to get closer. He doesn't. He's all the way up by Berlin, and unfortunately, does go out there. He's on 7 points so far. Consistent middle of the pack. Charlie Gordon looking to recover after that round one. Has made it further in this time, which he can be pleased with. We are driving on the we're not necessarily driving on either side here. We're driving on the right. Even, sorry. What do I mean we're not driving on either side? Am I blind? The answer is yes. The answer is very much yes. We are in Turkey here. You can tell that by the language. Roads are also decent quality. Outer white lines. What places we got on this side? Adana, 250. Nowhere near it then. Kind of just in the middle of nowhere. Unfortunately for Dino, wasn't able to get the country. However, again, Dino, 2 solid rounds so far from him. Dino's done very well at just like, he doesn't win the rounds, but he consistently makes it far, which helps him, which is a shame for him, because we got the Croatian flag right there. Unfortunately for him, we didn't get to participate in his own country, which is unfortunate, to say the least. Ukvar, Zapania, not particularly sure where those are. Osijek, 48 kilometers away. Osijek's a place you could easily use to pinpoint, and it is 48 kilometers on a road that is facing south, so you want to go logically north of it about 48 kilometers, which, you know, if they use that knowledge, they could get a pretty whatever. Come on, OBS, what are you doing? It keeps saying this reconnection, but I don't think it's actually doing anything. It's really strange. Shreddit language here. I should probs fix the issue. It's the stream pausing, Mitch. Can you tell me? Because I asked earlier and I didn't get an answer. Or is it like causing some sort of thing with the stream? Yes. Okay. Understood. I can't do anything about it at the moment, sadly. I have absolutely no clue why it's doing it. I'm trying to fix it, but unfortunately I can't. And then I'm trying to also watch this as Charlie Gordon takes the win in the second game there. But yeah, I'll try and fix this issue. Let me just whack this open real quick. Let me just review. Nothing doing my PC's performance, is it? No. Nothing on my PC's having issues that will cause OBS. It's going to be something in my settings. I haven't set it up massively well on the computer yet. It's whatever at the moment. We'll push through, unfortunately. Progresso. I don't know why I said it in an Italian accent. This is obviously not Italy. Yeah, leading the way, Robert, with a 4-point lead currently, looking pretty good. These black and white striped poles are a very nice indication. Do we have? Hold up. No. Jaime Alvarez. I believe these are. Oh yeah, in Peru. Right. Let's get on with the rounds that matter then. My always elimination round. I need to figure out a way to spectate, be way more quicker and to it. Would be better off. Anyways, my favourite polls I always mention every single time they appear. And we're driving on the right hand side in a European country. Railroad crossing mark. Remember, there's a what country is that? That's like a slightly like different thing. That indicates that. Slovakia's got an interesting one. Come on. My whole PC's just dying despite the fact that nothing's wrong with it, supposedly. not a clue what's going on at this point. Anyways, we were in Lithuania again. You can tell off of the poles, the bollards were the two easy things that we've seen plenty today. Bakalik out early in this one. 2 rounds in a row, unfortunately for him. I think, yeah, definitely we'll look to speed it up next time with some changes to make it a bit more to the point, I guess you could say, would be the best way to describe what we're doing with it. But yeah. Got a flag there on that slide, which can give you some information for where we are, which was indeed the Bolivian flag. Charlie Gordon goes out early again in this one, so kind of rotating between having good rounds and bad rounds for him at the moment. I will say if Robert wins this one, he is commanding a pretty big lead early on. Well, not early on. Heading into the final 2 matches in the finals. Found a orphanage. Sure. Drip. Unreal. DHL over there. I wonder how, wonder if that's a real DHL. Honesty Furniture. At least it's being honest. But yeah, Nigeria there. India guess from Matt will knock him out, and he's not having a good time in this finals. 6 points so far. And he will stay in last place after this one. Concludes. Here, immediately, we've got Abu Dhabi and Dubai telephone number company in both of those, suggesting we are immediately in the United Arab Emirates. Now you just need to look for more clues around to figure out which one of the 2 we are specifically in. If the company's going to be operating in both of those places. We also have the UAE flag over there. And plenty more UAE flags up there too. The answer was, it was Dubai, and that will see Dino, who did not manage to pick up on the country there. 13 points for Dino, puts him joint first, however Robert still being in, as well as Callum Morris and Mitch. They most likely will jump up. Here we're driving right hand side in a European country. I believe we've seen this in the finals already, I want to say, in one of the first 2 games. Might have been in one of the group stage games. My memory is serving me really well, as you can tell. No, we haven't, sorry. We have not seen this in the finals yet. Bakalik would have liked this one, as we are in his home country of Czechia. It will be Callum Morris going out there with a Ukraine guess, which will also put him up to 13 points. Robert versus Mitch here for the win in this one. And Robert once again having an amazing final so far. He nearly won it last time out it was Finn who did win by half a point last time because our point system was a bit inconvenient. Let's call it. Would be the best way to say it. It created a lot of situations for ties. I believe we are in Hungary here for this final round. So let's see if they can get this. They'll be looking here, and I'll do a quick show of the group stage order once this one is over. Mitch currently in the hot seat to take this one. Robert has got guesses remaining though. However, it will be Mitch with the right country guess there. The Holy Poles, meaning Robert was along the right lines if he was using that to guess. However, it will be Mitch with the right country guess there to take the victory, which jumps Mitch up to second. I will just quickly filter the standings so far. And here they are. So, in the final so far, Robert leads on 19 points ahead of Mitch on 14. 5-point gap there with 2 to go. Callum Morris and Dino both doing well on 13. 10 for Charlie Gordon, 9 for Bakalik. And Matthew Bailey struggling so far in the finals. But there's still 2 games for him to turn it around. So let's see if he's able to do so. This blur is really annoying. I'm glad this isn't around that they're having to play on. It's gone now. I thought I was going to stay for the entire duration. But yeah. I have received a message I should respond to. Yeah, that's fine. Right. Let's get into round number 4 proper then. There we go. That one was in India. No one actually got that. Well, someone might have guessed it. Mitch is just having fun guessing. The Marion Research Station. Sure. Sure, Mitch. We are here in this round where we are in South America for the first one of match number 4. Callum going for the early guess. Right, Bakalik currently under threat here. Not had a good final so far, and will go out on a Brazil round. So that puts him up to 10 points. Matthew Bailey's got an opportunity to catch up in the battle for what currently looks like it's going to be the battle for last place. Bakalik out first. 2 rounds in a row. Complete wrong place. We've got a newer built house here. Seems like this sort of village feels quite refreshed. Oh, the road, new road pavement there as well. And then you come out onto the main road, and it is the complete opposite. Anyways, enough about me waffling about the random infrastructure and my thoughts on it in this place. We are going to be in, let's say, Estonia? Finland. I think it might be Finland. It could be Estonia. It was Estonia, yeah. That was my initial thought. Mitch, really good guess there. On Estonia. Dino will go out, meaning Callum Morris will guarantee jump ahead here as we jump to, well, I believe it's another Greenland round here. Maybe we are... Maybe not. Everything feels rather organised. I feel like Greenland's normally a little bit chaotic how they've built it. Could definitely still be Greenland though. This camera's painful being on this bike. I'm just saying GG thinking his Aunt Callum's got one guess to knock him out here. Is he going to be able to do it, or will it be Callum? It'll be one of those two going out here. It will be Callum, and it is Greenland. He's gone the wrong side. Which means Callum only goes 1 point ahead of Dino. Charlie Gordon certainly could be throwing himself into this, into the mix here. Can he continue to give himself an opportunity here to potentially put himself up into the fight for third? Maybe even an opportunity could arise for him to put himself into the fight for second heading into the final game. Robert here, however, has a chance to win it one game early. Mitch goes for a guess. Robert also goes for one. Mitch dropping quick. I think he might have to fire another one potentially. But he's not going to have to as Matthew Bailey goes out on the Ecuador round. Which sends him equal with Bakalik for 6th place currently. It's Charlie Gordon, Mitch and Robert remaining. I would say, to be perfectly honest, Mitch is the only person who can stop Robert now. He would ideally need to beat him here. However, this also... Well, if Mitch goes out here and Robert is to win, Robert has guaranteed won it anyways. But if Robert was to go out and Mitch was to win, he would gain some valuable points and definitely put himself with a chance going into the final game. Here we are in South Africa, by the way. Left side driving. Actually, are we in South Africa? Might be in like Eswatini or something. I would say South Africa though. The Eswatini, where is it? There's like a clue where there's always hills to one direction. Oh, sorry, Lesotho. It was. My bad. My apologies. Charlie Gordon takes home the 5 points, puts himself equal with Dino now, and has certainly thrown his name into the hat. However, Black Tape, Ghana, for the final round. Can Mitch put himself 1 point closer? Either way, Robert is not guaranteed to have won it. Mitch can still gain. The gap would be 6 points and Robert would have to go instantly and Mitch would have to win it in the finale. If Mitch comes second here. Alternatively, the point gap will go down to 4 between the two of them, giving Mitch a bit more room to work with. But yeah, nice and obvious Ghana round here for them. Mitch closer initially. Robert has a guess to make and doesn't get closer by the barest of margins there, unfortunately. And that means Mitch will take 7 points. Again, 2 wins in a row. And certainly has a outside shot here with 1 round left. here are your standings. 25 points for Robert, Mitch on 21. 4 points to gain, but he can do it. The fight for third between Callum Moristino and Charlie Gordon certainly is heating up. And then the fight for the wooden spoon between Bakalik and Matthew Bailey is also happening. Here we go then. Final game. Hello Anson, don't question. We play a bit of Geoguessr here now as well. If you're wondering, it's not racing. I'd argue it's racing to find in the correct direction. Anyways, I believe, I want to say we're in Ecuador here. Oh no. Ecuador? No, I think it's Bolivia. It's too dry to be Ecuador, really. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Bolivia, actually. My bad. But yeah, just gotta wait for the timer to run down on this one, and we'll be into the final. I wonder if we're gonna end up with any tiebreakers this time for any positions. I doubt it. It would only really be Callum Morris, and then with either Dino or Charlie Gordon would be the possibility. Right, here we go then. Final starting now. Let's see how this goes. Mitch has gone for South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands this time. Oh no, he's not. He's actually gone for the Bird Island Station. Mitch is finding some great places in these little freebie rounds they get. Yeah. Right. Immediately, I'm getting Scandi vibes. And that, well, Nordic vibes, I should have said. .fi gives this one, or gives you a fairly safe guess to go for. Robert looking to be pretty comfortable here. With a 4-point lead, he just needs to, if he were to score 3 points, he forces a tiebreaker. So yeah, Robert and Mitch definitely the standouts in this final. Dino will be out, meaning he will not be forcing a tiebreaker, and will finish 5th at best currently. There's a world where he could theoretically finish joint last. We are in the northern hemisphere, I believe, yeah. With what looks like a sandstorm on the horizon. Okay, we've just completely changed locations entirely, it feels like. We're driving on the right-hand side anyways. Either side of this road are certainly interesting. No, we're not in the... Oh, maybe we are. I don't know. The sun was in one of the images, but here it's directly east, so I don't know. I wouldn't have trusted that to even be the sun on the first one. It felt like a Star Wars planet we were on for a moment. Oh, it was. As it is, Matthew Bailey out. That will confirm him last place today. In Oregon, sort of in the middle of nowhere. In the US there. Here, we're right by the coast. So if you're not guessing by the coast, you're already putting yourself at a disadvantage. There's some key things I think people could use. Are we by the coast though? Because that might be more land over there. Maybe just an island or something though. Or the way the coastline wraps around. But you definitely want to be guessing near a very large body of water, or even more specifically a coastline. Of which country? Well, we have white houses here, which are specifically designed because of the climate of these of this country, as it's just more beneficial for them in Portugal to have that. We're actually on the island of Madeira. Mitch goes out, unfortunately, there with that one, which does mean Robert will win today. Oh, it's a bit of old coverage. Lovely. Bit of classic coverage. My Discord. There's no one lives on these islands. Ronaldo's from there, mate. It's just where Ronaldo was born. What the hell has happened to the road here? You think Discord is down? Ah, okay. Discord's having issues. That's fine. That is okay. We managed to at least get all the rounds underway before Discord had the issues. That's fantastic news, to be honest with you. I don't mind that it's gone wrong now. Anyways, we're in the Southern Hemisphere. Are we in... on Aussie, yeah. Aussie, Australia round, I was going to say. We are... Callum Morris bows out there. Respectable effort. Gets him up to 20 points. But, yeah. Guaranteed your top two is Robert and Mitch here today. So, well done to those two. However, Bakalik is certainly in a contention to force a tiebreaker in some ways, or for whatever position theoretically, but I don't think we're going to do tiebreaker rounds because Discord is down. So we'll just go sort of on count back on who has the best finishing position is the best way we can do it. As once again, we've seen that poll so many times in the final. Getting a bit bored of it now. Can we get some variety is what I'm thinking. Can they remember it is the question. That's his name. It's actually Peru there. I don't know why I said Peru 4 times before saying it's Peru. But Robert goes out. And every single round he got top 3 in the finale. Great run from him. Very, very good run from Robert. Fair play to him with 30 points. Charlie Gordon and Daniel Bakalik here in the finale of this one. Do you want a bit of paint is the question I have for you. We're done after this. Yes, this is the final one, Mitch. Convenient timing for it to sort of have Discord end either way. And I think the answer is almost finally. We definitely need to change. We need to change the timings and stuff. But you know what? These things are a learning curve. And it is Charlie Gordon. Brilliant guess from Charlie Gordon there in Bolivia, almost directly on the money. You are second, Mitch. I will pull up the standings right now, actually, of how today's tournament finishes. So, here are your final standings. Robert, great run from him. Didn't finish outside the top 3 the entire time, 30 points. Good job from Mitch as well, who got second place with 24. Charlie Gordon, 22 points. A good recovery after a shaky start in the finals. Callum Morris, 20 points, solid. Dino and Bakalik, I actually need to swap around because Bakalik theoretically got 2 second places, so if we're going count backwise, Bakalik should be ahead, and Matthew Bailey in last place there. Well, Robert, you had a much better time in the group stage. Group stage nearly saw you not make the finals, and then a brilliant finals. So, fair play. Really good run. Ronaldo cooked you. But yeah. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed participating as well. I think distance could be the way forward. We're going to play around with formats. We'll try and make it a much shorter event next time, as this has gone on for 2 hours. We did have slight delays in lobbies and stuff, but yeah. Thank you all for watching, and thank you to everyone who participated, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.